The message came at 2:17 a.m. I know the exact time because I'd been staring at the ceiling for hours, replaying the moment my work contract was terminated. My wife's signature stamped at the bottom like a bruise that wouldn't fade. When my phone buzzed, I expected an apology, or at least an explanation she couldn't give me in person. Instead, I read, "You should have learned your place by now. No, I'm sorry. No, we'll talk." Just that. I lay there, the glow of the screen lighting up the room we'd once painted together, my chest tight like I'd swallowed something sharp. This was my wife. The woman I married before she became a CEO. Before titles and glass offices and assistants who laughed too loudly at her jokes. The woman who used to trace circles on my wrist when I couldn't sleep. 2 days earlier, she'd fired me. She called it a necessary restructuring. I called it humiliation. We agreed not to talk about it at home. Or rather, she said we wouldn't. And I nodded because I didn't know what else to do. I told myself it was temporary, that she was under pressure, that marriage meant swallowing pride sometimes. That night, her side of the bed was cold. She'd said she had late meetings. Again. In the weeks leading up to my termination, the signs were small enough to ignore. Missed calls she brushed off as board meetings. Her phone turning face down whenever I walked into the room. New passwords. A scent on her jacket that wasn't hers. Something woody and unfamiliar. I asked once, half joking. She smiled without warmth and said I was being insecure. I believed her. Or maybe I needed to. After the text, I didn't reply. I couldn't. My hands were shaking too badly. Instead, I scrolled up. There were earlier messages I hadn't noticed before. Short, clipped exchanges with a contact saved as M. Nothing explicit. Just intimate. Efficient. The way people talk when they don't need to explain themselves. Boardroom's clear. He's not a problem anymore. Dinner tomorrow. Same place. He. The next morning, she acted normal. Kissed my cheek. Asked if I wanted eggs. I watched her hands move around the kitchen I helped pay for, the ring on her finger catching the light. I wondered how long she'd been practicing this version of normal. I didn't confront her right away. I wanted to be sure. That's what I told myself, anyway. The truth was I was scared of what certainty would cost me. That afternoon, I logged into our shared tablet, one she'd forgotten to sync out of. Her emails were still there. I didn't read everything. I didn't have to. One subject line was enough. Once he's out, we're free. The email was from her COO. The room felt smaller after that. Like the walls were listening. When I finally confronted her, it wasn't dramatic. No shouting. No throwing things. I just showed her the tablet and asked, "How long?" She sat down slowly, like someone easing into bad news they'd already rehearsed. She didn't deny it. That hurt more than I expected. "It wasn't supposed to happen like this," she said. "You became complicated. Mixing work and marriage was a mistake." "So you fixed it," I said. "By erasing me." She told me it wasn't personal, that she needed someone who matched her ambition. That love didn't pay dividends. Each sentence felt like a lesson she'd learned somewhere I wasn't allowed to go. I asked if she ever loved me. She hesitated. That was my answer. I packed a bag that night. Left behind photos, books, the stupid ceramic bowl we made on our anniversary. At the door, she said my name the way she used to, soft and familiar. For a second, I almost turned around. But I remembered the text. "You should have learned your place by now." Outside, the air was cool and honest. It hurt to breathe, but it was real. For the first time in months, so was I. I don't know what she tells people now. I don't care. What I know is this. Love doesn't fire you quietly and call it strategy. And respect, real respect, doesn't come with conditions. 2 days after I was fired, my marriage ended. But somewhere in that ending, I found something she could never take from me again. Myself.